Thank you for joining the Northern Miner here in Quebec City at the mining investment event of the North. Joining me now is Robert Macdonald, the Vice President for Exploration for EQTY Metals. Thanks for making time.
Thank you very much, Henry, and it's a pleasure to see you again and have the opportunity to present to the Northern Miner audience.
So let's start the conversation by getting you to introduce to our viewers, perhaps less familiar with the company and the assets, where you are focused and what your main assets are. What's their current status before we dig into some of the more details of those?
Okay, very well, of course. So EQTY Metals is a junior explorer. We trade on the TSXV. We're based out of Vancouver in British Columbia. We have 4 different properties in the company. The 2 main assets are our flagship Silver Queen project located in central British Columbia. And we've now got a second earlier stage project, the Arlington project located in southern British Columbia. We like these projects. Both of them are road accessible. You can, you're basically going from, in one case, from the town of Houston, 45-minute drive to get into the Silver Queen project, and the other one is literally a 45-minute drive out of the city of Kelowna. And these are, again, you can drive right up to the various showings on the project, and very, very exciting opportunities. We've advanced the Silver Queen project to the stage that we've identified mineral resources of 85 million silver equivalent ounces. These are both in the indicated and inferred category. About 2/3 of the resources in the indicated category, which again is very encouraging. And as I said earlier, the Arlington project is earlier stage. We are literally just in the process of drilling that as it stands now, with no other previous drilling on the project.
Okay, all right. So looking at Silver Queen, please walk me through some of the major milestones that you've achieved over the past 12 months.
Yes, so Silver Queen, we assumed management of the EQTY company in late 2019, and for the last, I guess it's going on 5 years now, we've been systematically exploring the project. We're quite lucky there that there was a lot of historical exploration and development on the project, over 500 drill holes historically over the last 50, 60 odd years. There was a small mineral resource when we assumed management of the project. We went in, we focused on essentially resource expansion and just systematic accretion of resources to the already existing resource base. We did a resource update in 2022. We doubled the resource, so we went from 39 million silver equivalent ounces to 85 million silver equivalent ounces, and we continue the process over the last couple of years with continued exploration, again, of systematically expanding resources or going and identifying new vein sets to initially explore and then extend and expand so it makes it accretive to our resource base.
Okay. So what's the current strategy there? You mentioned that you are drilling at Silver Queen at the moment. What's the meterage you're planning to drill? What's the budget looking like? And what's the overarching goal there? What are you working towards?
Yes, we have a budget of just under $2 million on the property. We're planning 6,000 meters of drilling on the property, and it's going well. And so again, the idea we're at the northern end of one of the more previously drilled vein sets. It's the number 3 vein. It forms about half the mineral resources, or actually more than half, about 60% of the mineral resources that exist on the property. We spent some time last fall extending that resource extending the vein, yet to be added resources, but extending the vein 200 meters. We're now going to extend another 2, maybe upwards of 300 meters in the current drill plan.
And so what would you say is the exploration target before you wrap that into a technical study?
Now, this is a large epithermal vein system. We've had some veins in some of our early exploration on for example, the Camp deposit or the Camp vein set. We were drilling high-grade silver mineralization with intervals of, for example, from hole 10, 30 centimeters of 56,000 grams per ton silver. So it's obviously bonanza-grade silver. Some of the other vein sets are more silver and gold with some base metals in them, and that's now the focus of some of the later drilling on the project. So again, this is an epithermal vein system. There is probably some porphyry down there. We're getting some indications of that. At some point, we may drill some deeper holes to see if we can tag into some of these porphyry targets.
All right. So then over at Arlington, just tell me, what do you know about the deposit at this stage? You're saying you're drilling already, so you obviously have done some preliminary prospecting, kicked some rocks there. What's known about the asset at this time?
Actually, it's still a bit of an open book. It's a generative stage project. It was actually brought to us by the geological contractors that do the work for us up on the Silver Queen, and they had generated this from some initial min file showings that then, with some of their subsequent surface work, expanded the surface signature of the property. We took over the property or optioned the property, I should say, in the fall of last year. We did some quick surface work, mainly for assessment work, but that also expanded some of the current soil anomalies that exist on the property. That allowed us to identify 3 main clusters of gold and silver and soil anomalies within a broader 800-meter diameter soil anomaly that we call the South Fresh Pots anomaly. And so that's the initial target. We have other less developed targets. The North Fresh Pots extends for another probably kilometer to the north, and that extends into another area known as the Rona target. And so these are earlier stage. There's no drilling in them. There's really just some surface soil sampling, some rock sampling, and the idea now is to, as we're drilling, to conduct further surface work to continue to upgrade those various targets and continue to build on what we're anticipating is a successful maiden drill program in the South Fresh Pots target.
Okay, by when?
We're drilling right now. The first phase of drilling will be done before the end of the month. We have 800 meters of 800 meters of 3,000 meters drilled, and that's really the first week of drilling. Literally yesterday, I got the note they drilled 195 meters yesterday.
Nice. Okay.
So that's they go quick. It moves fast.
Okay, so perhaps zooming out just a tad, with so many juniors competing for investor attention right now, what would you say really sets EQTY Metals apart in the eyes of investors from the broader industry, really?
Yeah, well, I think the flagship Silver Queen is probably the asset that sets us apart. This is a project that had a lot of historical work, and then we're continuing to build on that and grow resources. In the 1980s, there was over 9 kilometers of underground development on the property, so there's existing workings, and it may mean that that as you start up the project, then there's less capital cost involved in ultimately developing it and just getting underground. So I think that adds a leg up. The other key feature of our flagship Silver Queen project is grade. I alluded to some of the high-grade silver mineralization earlier in our discussion, but the average grade in the indicated category is over 500 grams per ton silver equivalent. In the inferred category, it's 365 grams per ton silver equivalent. So that, that's getting deposits like that is becoming rarer and rarer, certainly in the junior exploration space these days. And I think it's the grade of the deposit and the existing development and how far advanced some of these some of the vein sets are on the property are maybe the key things that separate us from other junior explorers in the industry.
Fair enough. All right, so just talk me through the key value-driving catalysts as you see them unfold over the next 12 months.
Well, over the next 12 months, we're going to have drill results. We have, again, 6,000 meters at Silver Queen. We should be finished drilling that project by the end of July. And so assays should be coming out through August and into September. So we'll be heading into the fall with assays coming out in a similar fashion. We have drilling going on at Arlington. That'll be done end of June. We'll have assays coming out through July and August. So there is going to be good news flow in the coming months. At Silver Queen, we're completing 6,000 meters. That's going to be now up to about 30,000 meters drilled on the property since the last resource update. And so we're looking at in the fall being able to do a resource update on the project. And then taking it from there. Our anticipation, what we're hoping to do is to significantly grow the resource from the 85 million silver equivalent ounces that we have on the property now to something well over 100 million silver equivalent ounces on the property.
All right.
So stay tuned.
For sure. Lastly, tell me about your share structure and who are your major financial backers?
So with the company right now, we've got just under 200 million issued and outstanding in the company. And we are largely retail. We funded a lot of the project through flow-through and charitable flow-through. And so it means that it is a large retail base in the project. Internally, management has about 5%, 5 to 8% of the company, and so that would be some of the other major backers. But we trade on the TSX. We're largely retail. And we found an effective mechanism to finance the company moving forward.
Perfect. All right. There you heard it from the horse's mouth. EQTY Metals' Vice President for Exploration, Robert Macdonald. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much, Henry.